I'm just sitting here chilling. Nice sunny day here today. Anything? Oh, what's going on in the YouTube world today? Hi, Beverly. Thanks for coming. You always come. See you in the chat every time I go live. Appreciate you. I know most of the time it's a pretty boring live stream. It's warmed up here quite a bit today.
Morning,
What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Hey, Beverly. What's going on with you?
Oh, not too much, not too much. Let's see if I can. Just chilling.
Yeah, just a typical day.
What's up, Mike? Just
Hey, Mike.
messing with my settings here again and again. Man, I can't seem to just get my background to show up. Hello again there, 73. And Beverly said hi to you, Myron.
Give me a day. Oh, on Mondays and Thursdays after lunch, my hair is usually good then, but the rest of the week it's fucking on its own. Like God, but fuck, don't do too much. I really don't care. We have Moffats up here, but no Moffats.
Man, I had a hard time trying to upload a thumbnail.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, the pictures I wanted, I had to size them, but then it wouldn't show the button to for apply. If I found a normal picture, the apply button would come right up. But if I wanted to adjust the picture, the stupid apply button wouldn't pop up. So what the heck? Kind of like a glitch.
Yeah.
Not too much going on here right now.
Well, with the wind,
Drinking my Tim.
with the wind, it was 39 below this morning.
Ooh. Yeah, that's chilly. Chilly for sure. And how's the weather where you're at there, 73? It's messed up because I can't get my background to just show when you pop up. If it's just me, I can have just the background up, but as soon as someone else comes up, I can't get the background to come up for some reason.
If you're on the computer, you go over 2 boxes to the right, and it shrinks everybody down so a little bit of the background shows up behind you. But that's the only way you can do it.
More snow coming, eh?
What the fuck did I do?
Mike Reese. Morning break. Oh, I thought maybe you quit your job there for a second.
Hey, Mike, how's it going? Beverly, I've had snow since October. End of October, but and like I said, it was minus 40 here this morning. And minus 40 is minus 40 in Celsius or in Fahrenheit. It's the only temperature where the two meet. Oh, fuck me. I wonder where that is.
Right in the last spot you put it, Myron.
Yeah, but I don't know where I put it. That's why I got it.
What, you lose your pipe or something?
Oh, no, because I always got another one. A needle. Because I got this little growth on my finger there, and I see that white spot. I figured I could fucking take that white spot out. It used to be a way bigger last.
Oh, yeah.
I think just before Christmas, I was going to fucking take a razor blade and cut the cut. Because it was hurting. Pushed it. It swelled up so much. It receded.
Take it easy, Reese.
That's not much of a smoke break, man. 2 minutes. That fucker was hot fired. No good. You can't enjoy a cigarette at that kind of a pace. Have a good day at work, Mike.
Oh. Yeah, I'm bummed out that my picture wouldn't. Couldn't get my picture to upload. I don't know what the heck. Stupid phone.
Well, I hate to say this, but it's not the phone that's stupid. And I'm not calling you that either. Just not wise in the ways of phonedom. You can give that fucking phone to me, and I might not even figure out how to turn it on. Well, I've never tried to use one, so I know absolutely fuck all about it except for what you guys talk about on here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, my young boy there, he shows me stuff all the time on the computers and stuff. I'm like, holy lifting. How the heck do you figure this stuff out? Just by messing around with it.
Yeah, Mike Reese, you're at 36. I'm at minus 40. There's a 76 fucking degree gap in between us. Hey, Hippie, how's...
Yeah, right on, Hippie. How's the Hippie doing today? Right on. More than welcome to come up on panel, Hippie. Right on, right on. I get a lot of support from the Philippines. Nice. Okay.
And now you
Just
do
gonna.
a Canadian channel. Whoo! The man of the world, Hippie is.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, nice for you to come up, man. Appreciate you coming to my little channel.
No, I saw you guys were up, and I'm roaming everywhere. I've been all over, so I thought I'm gonna swing in and say hi to Josh. I don't think I've ever been here before.
No, right on. Appreciate you.
Oh, appreciate you. What's up, Myron? The big dog? Big dog Myron, what's up? What's up?
Florida Audits, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in.
Myron.
How's it going?
At least I know I'm not banned in this channel.
I just gave you a wrench, so no one can ban you.
Well, thank you very much. I give you 100% respect with that wrench, my brother.
Hey, Florida Audits.
Florida Audits. Hey, Florida Audits. What's up? What's up? So yeah, I was just on a bunch of African channels and spreading love, and then I went to a couple Thai channels, and I love spreading the love, man. It's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
For
see
sure.
where I am. After cruising around, I'm sure I'm way above. Let's see. Holy shit. Over 112 subscribers in 24 hours. That's beast.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Love will do it for you, my friend.
Yeah, I went to a channel where I shared my link a bunch of times, and I got like 100 subscribers, but then they all went to spam. I lost every one of them.
Well, yeah, I am very adamant about telling people, one, you never say I subscribed in foreign countries because they'll immediately tell you to take that word down. But what I say is I joined your house and I watched some videos. Please, if you join my house, make sure you watch some videos. Otherwise, that subscribe will go away. YouTube calls it a bot subscribe. They want you to like, subscribe, freaking watch a chunk of a video. If you don't watch a chunk of that video, man, hey, Hipple, I like that one. He's got nice hipples. So what's in the background here? It looks like hair, and I kind of see an eyeball poking through there. What do we got? A bear, a dog? What is it?
It's Bigfoot.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm having problems with with my phone. I can't just get the background to come up.
Love didn't get your 100 subs. It was the fact that you ended our relationship. Nah, that has nothing to do with it, Mike. Thing is, Mike, throwing family into shit just hurts my feelings beyond imagination. The rest of the stuff you said, I can live with some of that shit, but you got to learn to draw the line somewhere, Mike. I mean, I love you, and I know you don't care what you say, but there are ramifications for what you say, my brother. So, I would never wish anybody's family, I might have weird thoughts in my head, but I try to keep them in my head. That's all I'm going to say, brother.
Right. I agree with that.
And I don't want to start any drama and in Josh's channel, but we'll see what happens in time, Mike. But right now I can't support that. So. No, you wouldn't answer the question, Mike. All you had to say was, no, I don't wish any harm on anybody's family, but you beat it around the bush and blah, 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 But I'll talk to you sometime, me and you. I don't want to do that on Josh's channel. I came here to chill and be happy.
Right on.
So.
Yeah, so that's all I try to do. Little live streams, just chilling, smoking, just meeting new people, having fun. Try to stay away from too much crazy drama.
Yeah, I try to avoid the drama altogether. There are certain channels now I just don't go to, and that's just a fact. I don't hate those people, but I just can't. I can't fathom some of what goes on in channels. So, I'm 55. I'm in the end of my life. The hating and the drama—that's a young man's game. You'll see when you get to my age, that shit won't matter to you anymore.
Fuck your age. You ain't even that old.
Well, I mean, to be fair, 3 of my best friends who I grew up with my entire life have recently died. 3 of them all died of cancer. 3 different kinds of cancer on top of it, no less,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think once we reach a certain age, Myron, a lot of people just start dropping off all around you. And as that happens, the odds on you grow more and more that you are next, So I just can't carry hate and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? I can't facilitate it. I'm just going to walk away from it, ignore it. That's just how I feel.
Right.
I try to stay out of its way, too.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of, like me, you're kind of roped into it at the moment. So they follow me everywhere I go. I mean, I'm in foreign countries. Not recently. They've been leaving me alone. Maybe it's this new toss, but I've noticed a complete drop off in the hate over the last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's the toss scared some people. New terms of service is pretty hard. I don't know. I can't read, so I didn't even read it. But I guess the new toss is quite serious. So good for YouTube, but unfortunately, I don't think they can do anything, even if they find people guilty, because everyone's running VPNs, which means there's no IP, which means they really can't control anybody.
Right.
You guys got any snow yet? Any big snow? Any snow at all? Like, man, we have not gotten snow.
Well, I posted a little video, just a short video the other day of the snowplow going by. You'll have to check it out. It's quite a bit of snow.
Oh, really? I will definitely check it out. I love snow. I mean, normally we have snow around Halloween. Here we are in the middle of January, heading towards February. We haven't even had snow yet. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been pretty lucky this winter as well. Like, we just had two big snowfalls, but that's just in the last couple weeks now. So
right, they're calling for 2 inches tonight, but it happens all the time, and then nothing happens. Maybe this time we'll actually get snow. I mean, I don't know. Scared. I mean, it is nice because a couple winters ago we had 90-something days straight with not seeing the ground, and everything gets slippery and icy, and everywhere you go, you're fucking risking life and limb. So. Been kind of nice to see the ground the entire fucking winter.
We get snow. We got snow in October, and we'll have her till April or May.
Right. You got snow right now on the ground?
Oh, fuck! It stays all winter.
Oh, wow.
No way. Ever.
Wow. That's the way it was a few years ago. It was very depressing. You know what I hate about it, too? It's the snow gets all brown and dirty and,
They don't do that here.
No?
It stays white. Even on the sides of the road, it's mostly white.
Oh, yeah? Do they use salt up there and all that shit, or just
not in town? In
right.
town, they just use They call it rock chips.
Right.
Sand, man-made sand is what it is.
Right.
And they use that at all the intersections. They clean it up 4 times a year in the wintertime. Like they scrape the streets and haul everything away. And then in the summertime, after it melts, they clean all that sand back out of where they dumped it, and they reuse it again the next year.
Wow. That's awesome.
But the highways use sand, a lot of sand or
Right.
salt. I mean,
Right. That way they don't have to clean it off and stuff. It just goes in. Well, see where I live. I live on this island. You've seen where I live, so they don't use salt here at all. So every time it snows, people get stupid and they forget how slippery shit is, and we get 500 accidents on that first real snow because people are fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Do you guys have chain rules out there at all, or
No?
No.
If it's not, so they don't like it so much on the highways, but fucking,
Right.
if you have to, you have to.
Right. I guess you don't. There's no mountains where you live and shit, right? So it's not.
Yeah, I live maybe 70, 80, 90 miles from the mountains.
I guess that's where
Good
they
morning,
really.
Wells.
What's up, Wells?
So the cars there, Hippie. They must they stay in pretty good shape then if they don't get in accidents with not using salt. Because I know down here, the left side of vehicles, like 10-year-old vehicles, be all rusted out and stuff like that from the salt.
Well, the thing is, bro, I live on an island 70 miles out in the ocean, and it's a half a mile between ocean and bay. So literally your cars are soaking 24/7 in salt air, so cars don't last very long out here.
Okay.
Yeah, the rust really eats everything up, even though they don't salt the roads. And the reason why they don't salt the roads is because, groundwater, we're surrounded by water, salt water. It's even amazing that we have fresh water here at all, to be fair. So God forbid we ever poisoned our drinking source, we'd have to pay to have it chipped in or something like Bermuda, In Bermuda, every house's roof is painted perfectly so that every time it rains, they get to save their water in their basement. But what happens when it runs out? They have to pay the city $3. Thank you, Vicky Wells. Thank you very much. Smoking that goody good, Myron? Which reminds me, I dropped my pen. Give me a sec.
You have your tea this morning, Myron?
Oh yeah, my third cup or fourth cup.
Nice. I'm on my second cup of coffee right now.
Yes, good idea. Drink some more of my coffee.
%22 moisture in here. I got to keep moisturized from the inside.
Right.
I've never drank so much as being not able to do nothing but drink and smoke. I never used to drink this much. Fuck, I'd get up, have 2 glasses of water as breakfast, not have another drink till fucking dinner time at 12. Have a couple glasses of water there and have some at supper, and that would be pretty much it for the day.
Let's get high, brother. Here we go.
You'd have to get up a lot earlier than this if this is your first time.
London Drizzle. That's what I'm smoking. Pretty interesting name. London Drizzle.
And what am I smoking? Oh, shake and trim.
I'm smoking tweed. Can't keep up with all the names that they have out there, but
Yeah, I was thinking of ordering in some more seeds and trying to make my own freaking cross. But when you got one of the best seeds, why would you want to fucking dilute it with anything else?
Making your own strain is a lot of work and you need a lot of space. So one, you've got to grow a male and get pollen. That's a whole big chunk of space in itself because you can't, pollinate your room. Then once you get the pollen, you can save that in your refrigerator forever. But then now you've got to pollinate a plant. So now it's another couple of months to seed that plant out. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Easier just to buy seeds and fucking, grow them. Unless you're going to do it outside.
Well, yeah. Ideally, I would be able to buy 2 seeds that were good for this area.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could cross them. But it's pretty hard. A lot of them I was looking at seeds yesterday to just looking, but a lot of them are for warmer fucking regions.
Yeah. Well, that's why, I had this discussion with a guy yesterday on a grow channel. And he said, what do I like to grow? And I said, honestly, I just buy a bunch of random seeds. I grow them. And if the plant likes my environment, meaning that it grows very aggressively more than maybe some other strains, I'll keep that plant as a mother. And I have a cloning machine. I'll make clones of her over and over and over and keep, what I would call a perpetual grow, where that same plant, I'm growing it over and over and over again until I get sick of it. Then I'll finally run her as a mother and do away with it. But I had a pineapple chunk once. I kept her for 3 years. I just kept cutting her down, keeping her in the bedroom, letting her regrow, and then freaking cloning her and then cutting her way down. And I love that shit. It's fun.
Yeah. It's nicer to grow 2 kinds though at once.
Yeah. Oh, I usually buy 10 or 12 different brands over time, so I'm constantly running different weed. Because I'm like you, I don't want to smoke the same shit too long. You get immune to it, so to speak.
Yeah, you can be immune to a 20% and not feel much and smoke a 16 or a 15% and it'll just wreck you.
Yeah. For me, I think a lot of it has to do with the CBDs. The amount of CBD that's in weed, for some reason, has a big effect. If it's too much CBD, I get anxiety,
Yeah.
But I never used to pay attention to CBD. Now I'm a little more aware of too much CBD. That's why the lady recommended this oil to me, London Drizzle. It's low anxiety, so it has low CBD.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried CBD alone, Myron?
I bought an ounce of CBD weed.
Yeah. What was it like?
Oh, that. Well,
did it help the pain any different than regular weed? No. Yeah, that's what everyone tells me. It doesn't really work for pain.
Well, nothing really works for my pain.
Yeah, that's true.
So I really can't expect CBD to help. Matter of fact,
How about when you took mushrooms? Did that do anything for you?
Oh, it don't stop the pain.
No.
And right between my two fingers there
Yeah.
is a spot that if I put CBD cream on it,
Yeah.
that'll hurt worse than the fucking pain that the CBD relieves.
Huh. Wow. That's weird.
Well, a pain specialist said if you grab me here and just squeeze, not that bad. But if you just try and lay your finger on it lightly, that's when it hurts.
Well, that's funny that you say that, Myron, because my pain, like hot and cold water, hot water doesn't really have an effect on my hand, but if I put my hand in cold water, it stimulates pain relentlessly. But also, what's weird is very soft things. My left hand, which is the arm that has pain from the surgery in my neck, anything soft, forget about it. It just, if I touch satin sheets, like it just, I don't know what it is. It's weird. It stimulates pain incredibly.
That soft touch. Well, I think what it is uh, there's a tear or it's stretched in here. My bone crusher said it was tear in the diaphragm or pleural. Pleuras sac around the diaphragm. And when I'm standing up, it pulls apart. And when I lay down, it's okay. But when I'm standing up, it gets tight like a drum. And then when you try and put your finger on it, it becomes a drum.
Right. Last time I went to my therapist a month or two ago, they had a new machine in the office that pulls from your feet, and then they have a thing that goes around your chest and sort of locks you to the table. And what it's doing is it's spreading all of your spine, apart. Pretty amazing.
Well, I don't know if I want to do that either because I got deterioration of the cartilage between my sixth and seventh rib.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Degenerative disc disease, they call it. I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my doctor said that I'm lucky that I'm not in my surgeon. He said, you're lucky you're not in worse shape than you are, considering you've done construction all your life.
Yeah.
Beating on my body. I feel bad. Josh isn't saying a word. You all right, Josh?
Yeah, no worries. I'm just messaging on my other device. You ever break any bones or anything like that, Hippie?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm stupid accident prone. I've had something like 300 stitches, and I've got multiple dead people parts in my body. I've got titanium in 2 different parts of my body. Oh yeah, broken both my ankles at the same time in a dirt bike accident.
Damn.
Yeah, I've broken all kinds of shit. Collarbone, arm. Yeah.
We got a handicapped guy that he lives out back, and he broke both of his ankles. He fell off a step, washing some windows, fell off a step, broke his ankles, and he walked on them for about a week on broken ankles before someone brought him in.
When I was a kid, I had a similar thing happen. After I'd broken the 2 at the same time, I broke my right, and I went to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. They said everything was fine. Then 2 days later, I get a call, an emergency. Some other guy looked at your x-ray. You have a fractured, blah, blah, blah. So, like, what the fuck?
Wow, eh?
Yeah, I hate the medical system, man. It's a terrible place to be.
Right.
When I was having some chest pains a couple of days ago, I was scared shitless to go. Not only because I hate doctors and the whole system, but the way everybody is with the C word right now, it's just not a great place to want to be.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Cunt? What?
Well, you said the C word.
Well, I mean, because YouTube's been YouTube's been making ferocious threats about the C word, so I figure I'll just be safe on anybody. I talk about it on my channel even last night, but again, I'm part of their team because I've had my whatever. I heard they're even in the toss. It says something about code words now. Like, who fucking decides what's a code word?
Right?
I mean, who's the lucky guy who gets that job? Oh, okay, well, jibby jabby, that's a code word, so we can't say that. What? Who gets to pick that?
The C word is
Right.
the code word.
Right.
Well,
for cunt. I mean, what?
From my understanding, we can talk about it, but it's giving out the bad information, like saying, it don't work and things like that.
Right. Well, see, that's probably why I've always gotten away with it, because I've always been the devil's advocate. So no matter what side people want to talk about, I always talk the other side, no matter what, whether I agree with it or not, because I feel like that's what YouTube wants. They want us to put out equal information. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome,
Josh.
IJ. Great little video that you just posted. IJ helped grow my channel quite a bit.
Oh yeah, awesome. I'm all about support and love. You can see my background is love. I was all over. I was in 4 African channels this morning. I went from one channel to the next. Then when I left there, I went to visit a wonderful lady over there, DJ Ezra. From her channel, I went to one of her friends' channels, and that's what I do. I just love to support. I've had this guy experience the Africans on my channel a couple of times here. He's been playing videos and showing how the terrible things are in other countries, how spoiled we are in America, who, when our freaking, our washing machine or our dryer don't work, it's like the end of the fucking world. Well, you ought to see how people live in other places, how, like I've played a video of one of my audits, which aren't great. I'm not a great auditor, but I showed an audit on the African channel, and people were laughing and saying, wow, you tried to do that in Africa. Can't tell you what kind of things would happen to you, because it wouldn't fly here on YouTube. But there's no filming in public buildings. As a matter of fact, there's no filming in public at all. And I'm like, what? So
yeah.
Wondering Hippie, love your backdrop. Thank you, hon. Appreciate that.
People bitch about our rights a lot, but we're pretty damn lucky.
Yeah, we really are, brother. I mean, you watch this guy, Africans, and he's showing cops in Africa, and there's a couple of kids, and they're standing around a car, and they're filming, and they're doing something. Cop walks up with an AK-47, hits one of the kids right in the fucking face with it, and then he kind of like looks around, and he's like, I don't know exactly what he was saying because it was in a different language, but looked to me like he was basically saying, you got something to say? And meanwhile, the kid's on the fucking ground, probably with no teeth or, a broken face. He just got fucking butted in the face with an AK-47. Nobody's saying a fucking word in America,
right. Yeah.
It might happen, but that guy would be in trouble at least, But in foreign countries, that's just the way it is, Fuck. We're so spoiled here in America. And in Canada, to be fair, as well, right? I mean,
I agree. Yep.
And yet here we are whining, like wah, about our rights and about, whatever. And truth is, man, people in other places just, they're afraid to say anything. It's true. That's why I loved having this guy on my channel and letting him show his videos of how things really are in Africa, and letting him get his word out, because he was telling me actually too. He said, you know what? They banned Twitter. I forget which country, because I'm pretty sure there's 6 countries in Africa. I'm not sure which country it is, but they banned Twitter, and I'm like, so I know why they did that. And he's like, you think you know why? I'm like, yeah, of course I know why. It's all about control. You know, Twitter is a good way for the people to get out how bad the government treats them over there, so they don't want Twitter. Makes perfect sense to me. He's like, what do you think would happen in America if they shut off Twitter? I'm like, geez, I can't even imagine. I mean, I don't know that Twitter is a great platform anymore. I don't really use it. I do have an account there, but I feel like, you know, especially right now with COVID, I think the place would blow up if the government shut down Twitter. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube's almost shut down anyway. We can't say or do anything anymore, you know?
Yeah, they got a lot of rules for sure.
No work today, Josh?
No work. Again, due to COVID.
Oh yeah? Are you sick with it or just it shut down
No.
your business?
Shut down where I got work at, so
yeah,
no one can go in or out.
Same with my wife. It's basically not because she was exposed to people with sick, but just that it's fucking with the economy, which is causing companies to downsize and blah blah blah.
You know what's really funny is they've laid off people, they've fired people for the big reason.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're bitching that they don't have enough people to go.
Yeah.
All they have to do is phone the people that were working there, and they'd be fucking filled right up with workers again. But they just bullshit. Hey, Big Matt.
Well, it was a big discussion last night on my channel because a lot of nurses and different people that work for important things that go on in the world were being supported as heroes when the beginning of this all started, and now given the option that if you don't comply, you lose your fucking job. You know, like I was telling a couple of people in my channel last night, I have a pallet at the end of my driveway right now, which has been there since the beginning of this crap starting. And what it has on it is it's painted blue and it has red hearts on it, which is to support first responders, which are people in hospitals, cops, firemen. You know, they're all being exposed to this shit, threatening their lives with death, and for the same price, you know?
Yeah.
So, and now they're all being fired. It's just a fucking shame, you know? Unbelievable. Something like 20,000 people in New York gave the option, New York City. They said, you know, either comply or lose your job, and 20,000 people or some crazy number like that lost their job because they wouldn't comply. Joe Cool was saying it's the same out in Chicago. Everywhere you go, you have to show proof and blah, blah, blah. And the only places that aren't asking to show proof is food. And I guess that's because the government knows that once they start trying to control our food, we're going to stand up for ourselves, you know?
Right. So IJ is in Chicago too right now, I believe. And same here with the rules. We can't go into any restaurants, sit down and eat unless you're double vaccinated.
Yeah, I actually saw Epic walking around. He was on my panel, I think, or maybe I was on his. I'm not sure. I don't think I was on his because he just jumped in and was walking. I'm pretty sure it was my panel. But anyway, he walked by a restaurant and had a sign in the door. And he said, check this out, hippie. So he turns and puts the camera on it. The sign said something to the effect of, must be double vaccinated plus must wear mask as much as possible. Meaning, so until your food came and until you had it sit in front of you, you were to sit at the table masked. So he said, let's go in and ask the lady what this means. So we went in on the live, and he walks up to the lady and he says, so I'm just wondering about the sign out front. What does it mean? And the lady says, well, you got to show proof of double vaccination. Plus, you have to wear your mask whenever possible. And he was like, really? That's the rule, huh? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, all right. Thank you very much. I'm like, geez, weird. And that was like a month ago. We're still kind of like semi under rules, not really. I mean, there's no more mask order, any of that. Although some stores are still trying to require people to wear the mask, you know what I mean? But
if you kept a couple of $100 bills with you, maybe 2 or 3, and any place that doesn't want you in, you pull out them $300 bills.
right,
I was going to spend this here today, but you guys are telling me to leave.
right,
Guess this.
yeah,
I wonder if that would get you any different response.
right. I'm sure people are dying for money at this point. Even businesses that were established are struggling. You know, I mean, it's a crazy world out there right now. I was talking on my panel last night. Like I went somewhere shopping with my wife, and everywhere we went, there was nothing. I mean, whether it was food or whether it was merchandise, a lot of the shelves are fucking empty. Pretty crazy.
Right. The food chain is definitely been, I would say, not necessarily broken, but definitely crumpled.
Yeah. Well, you know, part of that is because they're trying to make, at least in America, they're trying to make the trucking industry and the shipping industry comply, which a lot of people don't want to comply. So what's happening is shit's not moving. I think it was Mike Reeves that was saying that his place where he works is so backordered, it's ridiculous. And I have another friend who's the same thing. He said they don't have enough trucks to ship shit because of what's going on. Like shit is just back ordered everywhere, and you always keep seeing all these videos of the ships offshore, and you know.
Yeah, but you know what? Up here, we never had bare shelves.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't say everything is bare, but it's very low, especially food, more than merchandise.
Didn't seem to make a bit of difference here. They had, some of it was different suppliers, but a lot of it is just suppliers within Alberta.
Right.
So we get it.
Right. So you got your own food source, kind of local. So.
Yeah. Well, if I want, I could just go a mile that direction, and then I could shoot my own cow in a farmer's field.
Right.
But
that's kind of where I'm lucky, man. Like if the shit hit the fan, I live where there's shellfish, there's fish, there's you know, there's deer, there's a lot of national park land here, which is just, you know, miles and miles and miles and miles of acreage with no people, you know. So God forbid we ever get to that point, but I feel like you know, terrible things are about to arise.
Oh, and it's a while ago now, but there was a crew and all the passengers on a cruise liner drank the COVID twice, and yet the fucking flu still broke out on the ship.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
It doesn't seem to be really any point in taking them.
Well, the point that I see factually is that people are less sick if they are than the people who aren't. Not that I'm knocking what anybody does, because I care not what people do. You know, you either do or you don't. That's your choice. I don't ever disrespect anybody for their choices of anything, you know. Go ahead, Myron.
Oh, no.
I just think from my own point of view, like I think, you know, I get a lot of rhetoric from people because, you know, this and that and the other thing. But the truth is, listen, I was born on a military base. I always kid around. If they were going to do something to me, the man, you know, maybe I'm running on alien blood right now, which is why I'm so weird on YouTube. Who knows? But I just don't read into this stuff that much. I've always kind of gotten my regular vaccinations. I've always gotten the flu shots. I just don't read into it like a lot of people. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Maybe in 6 months. Like I was having chest pains a couple of days ago, Myron. I don't know if you had heard about that, but that was definitely something that was highly in the back of my head because a lot of people say things about blood clots, you know. So I was like immediately, I'm like, oh great, here we go.
Was it a burn hand across your chest?
No, I had just chest pain and it hurt when I was breathing and come to find out, everyone's like, dude, somebody goes, point out where in your chest, and I'm like, you know, right here over my heart, and they're like, dude, your heart's not over there. Your heart's like right near the center of your chest, yeah. And I'm like, oh fuck. So one of the guys in the room was a medic. He was a 20-year EMT. He said, Hippie, put some eucalyptus on it. If you wake up in the morning and you're still having pain, please go to the hospital. But he said, I think you just got over a viral infection. You had some congestion, and that congestion gave you a lung infection. So I put the eucalyptus on and woke up the next morning and felt like a new man. I was like, oh, the stress I had from having chest pain, bro. Wow.
Yeah, well,
I suffered. Go ahead, Myron.
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I suffered from chest pain since about 16 years old, and they kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And there one night I finally felt like I had a big weight on my chest, and so I went in and my left lung had collapsed.
Holy shit.
And, yeah, so then I got that dealt with. They cut me open, put a little tube in there, let the air out. And the next day I went back and they took the tube out. And then it was about 2 months later, my right lung collapsed.
Holy fuck.
And that one I really had problems with.
And you smoke, brother?
Yeah, I smoke, which I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, same here.
But,
I mean, I don't do it a lot, but I still smoke off and on. It's terrible for you, you know? Especially you and me. I have asthma and shit, so makes us more than it shouldn't smoke, you know?
Right. They blame my lung collapsing on being tall and skinny.
That's what they blamed it on, being tall and skinny?
Yep, they said my lungs are long, and what happens is the tip of your lungs are weak, and then they just fold over kind of thing and cause my lung to collapse. But then, you know, as when my other one collapsed, they you know, different doctors say
did they give you
theories.
one of those breathing things where you blow into it and the little ball goes up and down, and that's supposed to be to strengthen your lung?
Yes, they did do that.
Yeah, those are cool. And you gotta like keep it at a certain height for a certain period of time. I remember my buddy would just make that thing float to the top and be like there forever, and I'd be like, damn, dude, what the fuck? What kind of lungs do you have?
Well, the second time when it happened, the first time it happened, they cut through the muscle to get to the lung to put the tube in, and they cut through that muscle, and it felt like bone snapping, eh? So the second time it happened, I went into a different place, and I was lucky there was a surgeon there, and when he cut me open, he cut me pretty much in the same spot, but he didn't cut through that muscle, so it hurt way less. But I had problems when I was in there. I got worse, and the pain was so bad because I had so much air in my body that was escaping from my lung and it was going through my body, and I couldn't even move. So I was just laying there like basically paralyzed, and a doctor came in and he hooked me up to a machine where I give myself my own morphine to deal with the pain. So they say, you know, hit this button hit this button every time you're in pain, and if you double tap it, the machine will say, you can't do it. So you can't overdose. You can't give yourself
Right.
too much morphine.
I would have sat there with my finger on the button, like. By the
Right?
time I left that room, the button would have been broken or crushed inside of the machine because I'm an addict. So that's it. You can't rely on me to dose myself because I'll just I'll kill myself.
I'm guessing about two hours went by of me pressing this button, and I'm getting no pain relief. So I say, I call the nurse in, and she's like, I can see your machine, you're getting your medicine. And I'm like, listen, I want the doctor in here now because something's wrong, because I ain't getting no pain relief. And I know, this much morphine, I should be getting some pain relief. She looks over on my arm, and she opens the little slider that was keeping all the morphine in the tube. So for about 2 hours, I got hit with all that morphine that I was pushing that button with in one good slam.
Wow.
Yeah.
You took a nap. You went right to sleep. You were like,
Well, instantly the curtain there, those hospital curtains, that started flying by. And I knew what I was seeing wasn't real, but I wasn't in any more pain. But they wanted to give me a shot to take the effect away. And I refused that shot because it was the first time I wasn't in pain in 2 days. And but every time I closed my eyes, my body would start shutting down. So they would come in, alarms and stuff would start going off, and they had to keep me awake all night, because every time I shut my eyes, that's what morphine does to you, right? Like, a lot of people overdose that way because they shut their eyes and go to sleep and they don't wake up.
Damn. C-Mac, you only got 3 subscribers, brother. I know you don't got any content, but damn, people don't love the C-Mac. I just gave you some love, brother. They'll probably drop it anyway, but YouTube sucks. Just saying. Medical negligence. Lone Wolf, I got you, brother. I am 100% the opposite way. I am love and happiness to everyone. 1 foot out the door, that's me. Well, it's true. I would say I'm one of those kind of guys. I'm very aware of my environment, and I always have my back to the door, so I know where I got to run when the shit hits the fan, which the way the world is today is every fucking day. People are so fucking miserable. It's horrible.
Right? I did a stream a few days ago. I called it Too Much Hate is Contagious.
Well, it's true. I mean, I've said on my stream, I said it last night, I said it the other night with Joe Cool on my stream, that truthfully, it is addicting. When I was on my channel and I was 1,600 subscribers, I think it went to my head a little bit. I changed the way I was doing my thing on my YouTube, the way I do it now, where it's just, I'm chilling and sharing people's links, and I slipped into the drama. I was playing the hate game, the whole thing, because I thought it would help me grow. And honestly, I don't care about fucking growing that much. So different route this time. Live and learn. I'm not interested in the hate or any of that. Like I told Myron, I feel like I'm 55, man. I'm in the end of my life. Last thing I want to do is carry around a bunch of fucking hate with me. Chained to me like balls behind me, or letting people rent space in my head that I got to keep because, I'm mad, I mean, that's a lot of effort. If you don't like, if you don't like Hippie and you don't like Josh and you don't like Myron, those are big spots in your head that you got to carry that bullshit around. And every time you look at Myron's stream and you want to jump on there and be a douche, that's another spot in your brain that I'd rather just free all that kind of bullshit. You know?
Right.
I got better things to spend my time on, like, loving and supporting, and that to me feels a lot better than any of this other bullshit that goes on out here.
Right. That's what I kind of said too. I don't want to be a follower. I just want to be me. And if I don't like somebody, it's going to be because I don't like them. And
yeah, true, right? I mean, it's kind of like me and the whole, people want to hate me because I like a certain person, I get it. That person might have done something wrong, but the truth is I'm going to make the decision on where I want to hang out. And if I'm having fun somewhere, I'm not going to let people fucking, this is my life. I'm here for a short period of time, and I'm surely not going to be influenced by other people on how I live my life.
Right.
Whether I'm doing something good or bad, I mean, that's my choice. This is my life, and how dare you, Anyway.
Right.
Something happy. Let's talk happy. Is there anything happy to talk about? Let me think. Somebody in chat, give us something happy. I'm almost 50, doing a master's in psychology, going to focus my last 10 years working, helping. See, brother, C-Mac, you're exactly how I feel, brother. A lot of people say, oh, you're young. Well, I mean, maybe that's true, but I spent a lot of my life taking, what that means to people is, I don't know. I just, I wasn't so giving and so happy and so loving, I was angry and, so, and I spent done a lot of crime and different things, some good, some bad, nothing weird, but, men do what men have to do to get through. Just saying. But good for you at 50 in college. That's awesome, brother. Good for you. Help people, man. Especially, I always talk about C-Mac on my channel, how that's one of our weak points in America is that, years ago we supported mental health and we were, had places where people who had issues that couldn't function in normal society were more prevalent. Today, you see them getting shot by cops all the time because, they're not in their right mind, and yet they have nowhere to be, and then they don't comply to a cop's order and they get murdered. It's fucking bullshit. Big problem in America, but we'd rather drop fucking bombs and have planes flying around at $5,000 an hour because we don't give a fuck about people. All we give a fuck about is our money and our oil. Fuck the people.
And the place those guys used to stay was called the Looney Bin.
Right. I mean, I agree there were probably bad things that went on in loony bins at one point in life, but the truth is there is no support for mental health now, unless you're like a criminal, at the extreme, well, no, people may not be at the extreme, but they're not functioning in society, and what they are is homeless and crime, sadly.
Well, it's like that old woman that the cops stopped and fucking threw her to the ground and popped her shoulder out. And
then they were all laughing about it on camera. Listen to the noise. You can hear it when we break her arm. Yeah. Those are the cops and why I do auditing and things that I do, because that kind of shit goes on.
I'll be right back, guys. Someone's at my door.
Cool.
Ask for a warrant.
But yeah, it's a big problem in America. It's stupid. Yet the politicians up on the hill, they get lifetime free health care, and they get $200,000 a year, and they get this and they get that, yet the people get nothing.
Yeah.
In a city of almost 500,000 people, our government residential detox and rehab has a total of wow. See, I'll tell you, brother, that's something I love to talk about. And where I live, my son's graduating class of 33 kids, 17 of those kids are gone. Heroin out here was an incredible thing because there was a group of people that were literally getting 5-gallon buckets of 30 milligram Oxycontins from Florida. And all the kids got addicted to these pills. And then finally the government got a hold on the pill mills down in Florida. But what happened is you got a huge group of kids who were dope sick. And what they did was they jumped to heroin because it's $15 a bag or whatever. But the problem was fentanyl. People had no idea how powerful fentanyl was, and it's been killing people ever since relentlessly. But what really made the change, my brother, that I wanted to say was out here we did this thing, bring addiction into the light. And what happened was the government said, well, if people are going to turn themselves in, even if they have heroin on them, we'll accept them into jail. We'll confiscate the heroin. We won't charge them with heroin, and we'll help them to get into a detox. And once the government did that shit, man, now it's come way down, the addiction. I know there was a town near me called Hyannis. It was having 90 overdoses a month, and the government was about to claim bankruptcy because they were spending, $2,000 a shot for this Narcan. And with fentanyl, they're doing 4 shots of Narcan to bring these people back. Yeah, I agree, brother. That's where our state changed when we went from enforcement to treatment. I forget what the word was. It was like bring them into the light, and I believe in it 100%. Why keep people in the darkness and not help them? It makes them commit more crimes. I'm an addict. I know exactly what the toe of your drug is. People commit crimes not because they want to, because they have no fucking choice. Because if they don't, they're going to be dope sick. So I love talking about drugs. I could spend, relentless hours of trying to save one person.
It's true, people that are in that spot, they'll sell their mother's house to get that,
Yeah.
And
nothing worse than being really dope sick, my friend. And I was on a panel earlier in Africa, and I was telling somebody, I said, I love to explain because a lot of people think, Myron made his choice or Hippie made his choice. That's why he's an addict. Well, for some people, that's not always true. Some people go out drinking with their buddies and they do a line of heroin by accident because they're drunk and think they're being cool hanging with their buddies, and their whole life goes down the tubes. But what I would always say to people, my quick analogy of addiction is jump in your local pool or your local pond, swim down 3 feet, sit on the bottom, look up. You see the air right above you right here. All you got to do is stand up and take a breath. Well, addiction's the same thing. It's right here in front of you. All you got to do is, I'm not going to do any. So what I would do over and over for many, many years is I would say, I'm going to get really high this time. I'm going to get so fucking high that I never want to get high again. And tomorrow I'll start my fucking sobriety. But the problem is tomorrow never came. 30 some odd years of wasting my life, lying to people, being with terrible people, just wasting.
Right.
Don't
A lot of
do
them
it,
say,
people.
it's just going to be this last time. I just need to
Right.
get that
Yep.
high, but they never get that first high back. So,
Yep. Chasing the dragon.
right.
Well, I got lucky, man, because I just woke up one day and I said, I've had enough. Fuck all this shit. Fuck meeting the people to, buy drugs that I don't even know what it is anymore. Fuck lying to my family. Fuck lying to my wife, Even though the sad part is when you're an addict, half the time you think nobody knows, but, everybody around you fucking has a clear idea that you're high out of your fucking mind.
Right.
It's a change of focus from enforcement to treatment. Love it. Yeah, in foreign countries, man, the people walk around and, passing out needles and giving you chunks of tinfoil. And you want to see something good on addiction, you can watch AZ Unfiltered. He's got some videos where he shows people standing on a street corner. There's 3 people. They're hanging out, chit chat. Next thing you know, a guy comes up. The guy passes something out to them all. Then another guy comes along and he gives them all a piece of tinfoil. The next thing you know, you see them doing whatever. Then you see them lighting a lighter under the tinfoil with a little straw. And then next thing you know, you just see them fucking just a complete fucking bag of poop. Their arms are at their side completely down. Their heads fucking like this. They're fucking, just high on heroin, live on YouTube. But at first, when I saw it, I thought, man, that's a terrible thing, because people in their weakest point in their life, and you're pointing it out. But after watching it for a minute, I realized, the great thing about AZ's videos is that people who have no idea of addiction, or like how quickly you get high on heroin and what it actually does to you, it's kind of a good thing, man. Opens people's eyes to what's really going on out there.
Yeah.
Well, I heard a take, and it's the one I like. I think in every town, every city, there should be drug houses where anybody can do their drugs. Maybe have a doctor and a nurse on hand to make sure nobody overdoses. Prescribe.
Yeah.
And all free, because they're part of society. They have something wrong with them that gets them addicted.
Sadly, I believe we tried it in America out west somewhere, and sadly people labeled them as shooting galleries, and it kind of faded out. But I think you're right, Myron. I think that we're never going to stop drug addiction. In my opinion, brother, we should legalize all that shit.
Well,
Cut the foreign countries that have got their whole house full of American money because they're selling heroin and cocaine and weed to America. You know what I say? I say fuck them. I say legalize all drugs, tax it, make all the drugs 100% clean, and give it to the people.
Yep.
And then take all that money that we waste on the war on drugs and put it towards helping people.
Yeah.
Fuck all this bullshit, all these lies about fucking the war on drugs and shit. No. There ain't no war on drugs.
Well, no, not anymore.
Well, I mean, a lot of people would say the government is half the supply of drugs, I mean, I don't know. Let's just come out in the open.
The war is unseeable because
True.
on bacteria and what's the other one? Viruses.
Right.
That's where the war is now.
Yeah. Feel like we could save a lot of money in America if we just legalize. And I used to have this fight with Dennison all the time. Dennison X, he's a really smart dude, and he would say, "Well, what happens now because you shut off all that money?" He said, "Say what's up, Mexico? You have all those cartels down there. What's going to happen when America, if they were to legalize drugs and were to shut down that part of all their money? That's where all their money comes from. What would happen?" I'm like, I don't know. I mean, if we had to, we could just send a drone and down in there and get rid of those motherfucking people and blow up all our American money that's sitting in their houses down there in Mexico.
Yeah.
But that'll never happen. It's much more fun controlling us than doing what I feel would be the right thing. Never going to stop it. As long as there's demand, there'll always be supply. Always.
Oh, yeah. Well, who makes the money from it? The super fucking rich. All drugs were pretty much invented by chemists.
Yeah, right. I mean, like methamphetamines, that was invented by the government. It was used on pilots in wars back in the day so they could stay awake forever.
Had to be a chemist that even discovered heroin. And then you got to boil all that shit down and do stuff to it to get what the hell is it after that? Opium, maybe?
Right, opium, yeah.
And then it goes to what? Cocaine?
Heroin.
Right to heroin after.
Yeah, cocaine is the cocoa leaves where they crush up in all the cocoa leaves and blah, 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 process that.
Yeah. But, oh no, I forgot what I was going to say.
Cocaine isn't as bad as heroin, but it's still a terribly addicting drug. I spent, a good 10 years of my life playing that game of cocaine. It's a lot of fun, but you waste your entire life away while you're having that stupid fun.
After about the age of 40, 45 maybe, well, even up in there, you got to watch how much you take because you could have a heart attack from it.
Well, it's funny that you say that, Myron, because, I think about cocaine quite often. Like when I watch movies and I see people smoking crack, I find myself holding my breath. Here I am, 20 years later, and people say, "Oh, well, would you ever do it? Like, what if someone threw a line out in front of you today?" It's a tough question. I would be scared shitless that my heart was going to jump out of my chest and run down the street if I snorted that line, but I would have a hard time saying no. I mean, if I came to your house and you said, "Come over and smoke some weed," and I showed up and there was a line of blow on the table, wow, that would be terrible.
Well, I'd be an asshole friend to invite you over to do that to you.
Yeah, well, because I would be the kind of guy that I wouldn't share, so they would never be on the table. I'd be going in the bathroom by myself the whole time. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of using that as an example of Dennison's been in my channel quite a bit. He was in my channel the other night. We did this crazy thing, you people, where we linked Restream to 9 different channels, and Dennison and his friend were running on DLive all through my channel. And I had 6 other YouTube channels linked to my channel, so it was quite fucking. Somebody was on Twitch, 3 different platforms, 9 channels, all linked to my channel. You people, it was quite fun. And it's weird on Restream when you connect to other channels, their channels show up on the chat as different colors. It's quite weird. I loved it. I had so much fun. That was about 2 or 3 nights ago with Dennison. Nice. I'll tell him that you asked about him, though, when I see him. What's up, Shame Canadian?
Shame Canadian, good to see you, man. I hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Cocaine. Yes, sir. Wasted a huge chunk of my life on that crap. Love that taste, man. Oh, nothing better taste than a gagger running down the back of your throat. Oh, damn. If you wanna get down on the ground, cocaine. I should motivate. It's 12:30. I've been on every panel everywhere in the world. I'm fucking cooking.
Do you make much money being a panel hooer?
No, I just love sharing the love, you know. Again, I went up like 112 subscribers in 24 hours, so that's all riding all these foreign channels, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the thing is that makes me feel good is some of these people who reach 1,000, although we don't make much money in America on YouTube, for people in foreign countries, those couple of bucks are a big deal. It makes me feel delighted to go to all these foreign countries like Africa. I was in 4 African panels, and I subscribed to, I don't know, 20, 30 people, and that makes me feel good, man. Just saying.
Yep.
You know, if they make $2, $2 to us is like Bailey buys us a coffee. But if you live in Africa, you know, or some foreign country like Thailand, or, you know, Russia, it's a big deal.
Right. Well, I notice a lot of these other foreign countries, like if I pop in their chat and they see my Canada flag, they automatically think I'm rich.
Right. Well, I always distinguish that saying quite quickly. I'm
Right.
definitely
As
not
well as I
rich, you
do.
know.
Okay, let's go.
So,
Okay.
if I had a ton of money, I definitely would share it around. That's a for sure right there. But unfortunately, I barely scrape by as it is.
Right.
I think we all do. I mean, it's funny. I had a conversation with a couple of people on my channel last night. We were talking about basically, you know, what happens is that we live based on our salaries, you know. But for me, what happened is I got hurt and went from making $6,000 a month to fucking, you know, 1,000. You know, so that kind of fucked me over, you know.
Yeah.
But life is what it is, man. You gotta make the best of what you got.
Yeah. You know, when I complain about money situation or anything else, you know, my wife says, you know, we got our family, we got a roof over our head, and you know, we can't really ask for much more than that.
Well, that's true. Family is the most important thing. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't go out drinking to bars. I don't do any of that shit. Family is where it is. That's what I'm about, you know. Why I got mad at whatever, because I just can't support any kind of family, just anything. It's
Right.
what half of what is wrong with the world today is, you know, like it's funny. I was at the mall yesterday with my wife, and I saw this woman. She was selling Girl Scout cookies, so we were having a chat with the woman. And one of the things she said was, you know, it's tough because we can't find people to work under the Boy Scout thing. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because everybody wants Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts to be a drop-off place for their kids, a free 2 hours babysitter, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not about the kids, and it's not about, you know, supporting the community. It's about a babysitter. So
Yeah.
So my granddaughter literally had to do Boy Scouts this year because there was not enough girls where the Girl Scouts were willing to whatever. So funny thing is, my granddaughter's been kicking the shit out of all the boys, so it's quite good. She's headed for, she wants to be a, you know, one of the top scouts, Eagle Scouts. So
Nice.
So she just did one of her hardest completions a couple of weeks ago. She flew in a plane. So that was kind of fun for her. Because I've never even flown in a small plane like the one she flew in. So kudos to my granddaughter. I went from 179,000 a year to 805 a month. Yeah. Hey, listen, ashamed. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, and I was in a channel earlier, and there was some people, and I won't mention any names, but there was some people talking about, you know, they didn't pay taxes and blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, that's a tough situation to be in, because when you get hurt, you need help from the system. They want you to, at least in America, they want you to have 15 years work record, and they take your four biggest quarters out of those 15 years, and that's basically how they base what you get paid a month. So if you're not paying your taxes and you're not doing the right thing, it could bite you in the ass later in life, you know? God forbid you ever get hurt. The system will fucking just toss you to the curb. You know what they used to tell me when I first got hurt and I was really dying and I couldn't get any help anywhere? And the system would tell me and my wife when we would go ask for help, oh, well, your wife makes more than $13,000 a year, so unfortunately you're not available for help. Wait a minute. Who the fuck survives on fucking $14,000 a fucking year? You know, it wasn't even 14, it was 13 something. Like, what the fuck? So
Right.
I would say to people who are proud that they're not paying their taxes when they're young, just be careful, man, because someday it could. You ever try to buy a house? You don't have any work history, at least 2 years. You're never getting a loan. Sometimes fucking the system ends up fucking you more than it fucks the system. Just take that from an old guy. It's been here a minute.
Yep.
I went from one. What'd you say, old man?
I said I've been here a minute longer.
I know. Yeah. Oh shit! Look at this. My old granddaughter came through with some cookies, fresh baked, nice and hot. Oh, it's fucking burning hot. Mm.
Nice. We complain about wearing the masks and stuff, but you know, my kids have adapted to this whole situation with all that. You know, just it's just unreal how great the kids have done with the whole issue.
See, I take a different approach to that, to the whole mask thing, because you know what? I've been in construction for 30 years. And I've always had to wear a fucking mask all the time at work. So I don't feel bad for any guys who don't like the mask. Just saying.
Right?
Because I always had to wear a mask at work, you know?
Yeah. I haven't even caught so much as the flu going around because I'm wearing the mask everywhere I go. So,
well, God forbid on the flu. It's terrible. And I'm not talking about the C one. I'm talking about just the regular flu. I forget what ours was called. It was viral. But my whole family was sick I was sick for 7 days. My wife was sick for like 11 days. Yeah, it was the flu that's going around is terrible. I couldn't get out of bed literally for like 3 straight days. It was just killing me. Cookies for breakfast, guys. Breakfast of champions. I'm just motherfucking saying.
My last flu I had was in the fall of '89 or the spring of '90.
nope. We lost Hippie.
Yep, we've got some nice weather here today, so I'm glad about that.
Sun's out, but it's still fairly chilly here.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries.
It's sunny over there, Myron? Let me see. It's got to be 50 degrees here today, but let me check. Oh, shit. It's warmer than I thought. 41 degrees. But we got a winter storm warning. Let's see what they're calling for now. Oh, shit. How many inches are we getting here? I can't see the exact outcome.
Well, in Fahrenheit right now it's minus 18, but with the wind it feels like minus 33.
It's minus 5 with if you go to Celsius. There's actually a click thing on this
Yeah.
weather advisory.
I'm at minus 28 Celsius, but it feels like minus 36 with the wind.
Not really telling us how much snow we're supposed to get. I know my wife had said, oh, here it is, 1 to 3. All right. Big one, 1 to 3, guys. Woo! But I'll be just happy to see motherfucking snow. That's all.
2.5's an inch.
Well, we never had no snow for Christmas, so the kids were pretty disappointed because it's with no snow, it's not the same thing for them.
Well, I always say that. Like, I'd love to live in California because I could grow wheat year round. But then I'm like, but then there'd be no Christmas, you know? There'd be no, I don't know. Just it wouldn't feel right if it was warm and you was playing in your swimming pool on Christmas Day. I mean, I don't know. That's just weird to me. I guess it's because I was raised with, like you said, snow on Christmas, you know?
Right? It's funny what we all get used to.
Yep, we're programmed, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the list of people that I know that have died from COVID has grown quite a bit in the last couple of days. Like Ennie's father, I guess that's what Ennie was saying, that his father passed away from COVID. He had got COVID and then he got pneumonia. So I guess it's debatable whether he really died from it or if he just had it. And, you know, they always throw that in to make that extra money. But a kid that I went to high school just recently died of COVID, although he had other issues. But, you know, seems to be all the people that it kills is people with some kind of other issue, you know.
Yeah, you know, weaker immune system.
And then I know somebody whose wife personally, I know this guy, his wife passed away from getting the jibby jabby. So, and I asked him live on a panel, I said, do you believe that that's what she passed away from? And he said, oh, yes, 100%. He said she wasn't a bill of health when she got it, like she was a bit overweight and blah, 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 the typical American, you know. But she didn't really have any underlying issues. But what it did was it did something to her stomach. She couldn't eat. And literally she ended up basically starving to death because she couldn't hold down food, and they were trying to give her liquid food and blah blah blah, and it just wasn't working, and she just started losing weight at a relentless fucking rate until she got real sickly and passed away. Crazy.
Wow.
But I think those are pretty far and few, and I think most vaccines that we put out there, that there is always that risk of. A friend of mine a few years ago who was a bit overweight with diabetes got the flu shot, and he ended up almost dying. And now they're saying to him, don't get the COVID one because you'll probably get really sick from it.
Right.
Diabetes. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, diabetes can be a pretty damn bad thing to have.
Yep, sure can. Josh, getting better. Josh can't go anywhere until the 31st. What are you on lockdown over there? You guys aren't on lockdown, are you? How come I've got the.
Ashamed he had a minor heart attack, or I could be wrong, but something happened to his heart.
Yeah, I remember he collapsed on my panel like one night, and I was like, I saw it happen, and then nobody else saw it really happen, and then next thing you know, he came crawling up off the floor onto my camera, and he ended up going to the hospital, and I think that's kind of when that all started, as I recall.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he literally. I saw him like just kind of collapse onto the floor. Looked like he. You know how sometimes when you stand up and you get really dizzy and you're like, whoa. As I recall, that's kind of what happened to Ashamed, and then the next day, and somebody was calling the hospital. I think it was ASMR was calling the hospital where Ashamed was going and bitching and complaining because he was getting some shitty treatment.
Yeah.
Must be weird for Canada when they're getting a call from America because someone's getting some shitty treatment. They're like, what? Yeah, I'm calling from the United States about your treatment of Ashamed Canadian.
Yeah.
It's 1:00. I gotta go to the dump today, so I think I'm gonna bounce off. Been a lot of fun on your panel. I love it. Anti-drama, bunch of cool people just moving on through. Let me see if I smash the like before I get out of here. Number
Well, I
7.
appreciate you coming, and I end my stream usually around 2:00 anyway. So thank you very much for coming by.
Well, it's been a joy. Fun talking about all the bullshit we've been talking about. It's wonderful. Myron, have a wonderful day. Maybe I'll pop into your panel a little later if you put one up. You going on?
Yeah.
All righty. Josh, until next time, love you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Bye, everybody in channel. Peace, C-Mac. Good luck in your college endeavor. Yes, peace. And pot leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your supper planned out for tonight, or what?
No,
No.
I never plan it out.
No.
No. I walk up to the cupboard and stare at it and stare at it until I decide I like something enough to eat it.
Well, for my late night snack last night, I decided to make some rice with cream and mushroom soup on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was awesome.
I could see where that would be. Especially if you cook the rice right in the soup.
During the stream, I had got a phone call and it cut my headphones out. So since then, I've been a little harder to hear you guys.
Huh.
It's funny when I turn my microwave on, my internet goes all funky.
That doesn't sound too good. How old's your microwave?
Oh, it's fairly old. My old house had the old twist fuses,
Yeah.
and if you had too much stuff going and you used your microwave, it blow the fuse every single darn time.
Yeah.
But time to get a new microwave, I think, because this microwave's a little possessed, I would say. I close the door sometimes on it, and it will turn on by itself.
Holy fuck, that's not too good.
Right? It will turn on, the tray and stuff will move, but it doesn't do the heating thing, but it turns on.
Huh.
Digital stuff, eh?
Yeah.
All this digital stuff's garbage.
I got a microwave with convection oven. Cooks by air, hot air. And my mom and stepdad bought it back in, I don't know if it was the 80s or the 90s. Yeah, that fucking thing is 40 fucking years old.
Right? Like older stuff was built, the hell, was made to last, and now this newer stuff just
Yeah,
doesn't last.
it's made to break down.
Right?
Everything is
You know, they want.
throwaway, including our lives. That's the way the government feels.
Yeah.
Oh, they sure don't care much about the citizens. In any fucking place. The
Yeah.
kings and queens don't care about the serfs. And there's a lot of serfs on Earth. Oh, fuck, I could have used. Well, I still could. Uh,
So right now, like to enter Nova Scotia, they got the highway blocked, and you have to have paperwork filled out to be able to even get in. And that's been
they
like
can't.
that now for quite a while.
They can't do that here. there's too many roads going into BC. I take 3 or 4 different roads and never use any of the main ones.
Well, for a while they had all the back roads in blocked off. Wednesday today, eh?
I sure hope it don't snow too much tonight.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about living in town. When you get a bunch of snow, you're still not too bad off. Not like living out in the country.
I did a lot of living out in the country before I ever lived in town, and never really stuck my more than 20, 24 hours with snow. Like usually they had plows out. All school routes are, they try and keep them plowed.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of freaking country roads they have to go over.
Oh yeah. But they go through and then the wind pick up and then you get your snow drifts blowing out on them and
Not usually here.
no.
No. They have drifted over, but usually, like I say, within a day or so, a grader comes along with the pointed blade on front and big boom on the side to fucking throw it off the road or throw it up higher.
Right.
And they just do the school routes. They leave anything that isn't a school route until after that.
Yeah.
And I live on a school route here in town. But it doesn't really matter.
Well, while I'm thinking about it, I want to tell everybody to go check out Myron's channel and
Mm.
um, check out the Hippies channel and let's see, Ashamed Canadians.
C-Max.
C-Max. I don't know if he's got a
IJ.
channel, but um, check out the Any Fan. Check out Slow Burners.
IJ Sable.
Yeah.
IJ People.
Oh, also give a shout out to No Justice. Check out his channel. And anybody else, sorry if I forgot you, but that's what happens when you smoke weed.
Oh.
we had some rain the other day, so it did melt a little bit of the snow and the sidewalks and stuff. They're icy where there's no salt. It's pretty icy, but helped clear a lot of the snow away.
Yeah. Well, here, if it snows, the stores have to have it cleaned fairly rapidly. And if they have ice on the sidewalk outside their store, they're responsible for salting it.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, and Melvin's channel there. Shame's at 721 subscribers. Good for you, man. I'm glad you're doing well.
I've got an echo from you.
Right on. Ashamed. I put in a few different requests here to speak to the fucking chief of police, and I got nowhere. What time do you usually call it a night, Myron?
About 10:30 my time.
Oh yeah.
And I'm up somewhere between 6 and 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So how long's the chief been chief there, Shamed? Do you know anything about him, or is he a new chief, or?
That's probably why you couldn't get an interview with the machine. You hurt his fucking feelings.
Right on. So did you hear anything about that guy getting stabbed to death there in St. John?
No.
From what I hear, he was this guy, he was a child molester, and this other guy went and stabbed him to death, and now he's facing death, facing life in jail.
A good lawyer might be able to get him off on temporary insanity.
Not yesterday, but the day before, I think, shamed. Maybe could have been 3 days ago. It was there in St. John though. I think the guy was in his 30s, and the guy that stabbed him was in his late 20s. I was gonna do a little bit more research on it too, but I forgot about it. You know, if they're gonna let, you know, these people out that are fucking molesting people and doing things like that, what do they expect the public to do? Because, you know, if anybody was to do that to my kids, I'd be in jail too. Yeah, it probably was around that time, ashamed.
I've never thought of it, but yeah, if I had kids, I think I would find a good place to stash the body so that nobody'd ever find it again. We had a doctor kill another doctor in this town. They couldn't find the body, but they figured with the amount of blood in the doctor's car that the other doctor couldn't have lived. Shit, you gotta go pick up the kids now?
Yeah, it's just about that time. So I suppose I'll end this stream, and if we're not doing anything, I'll definitely be making it over to your channel, Myron.
Okay. Catch later.
Sometimes the kids get home and then we make plans, so I don't get to make it over all the time, but
hey, I don't get upset about it. Fuck.
no, I know.
I really realize everybody's got a life and they're all different.
Right.
Anyways, I'll let you go. We will catch you later.
All right, thanks, Myron. I appreciate you.
You betcha. Have a good drive.
You too.
Later.
Anyways, everybody in chat, thanks for stopping by the channel, and appreciate everybody coming in, and have a good day, everyone.